Hello YouTube. Decided today to make a video to show off what's in my collection of manga, comic books, graphic novels, a lot of independent stuff as well as Marvel and DC. I got a couple of things over here. For starters, some manga. Patrick Rothfuss, Name of the Wind, one of my favorite books, authors. Stephen King, Mistborn. Some manga, Full Metal Alchemist, Lord of the Rings, Tokyo Ghoul, Death Note Black Edition 1 through 6, Gyo, Mobile Suit Gundam, got Attack on Titan 1 through 9, and then just the first volume of Gantz as well. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm holding my phone as opposed to using a legitimate camera, so this might be a little awkward to show some of the volumes. Not really any particular order, like I was saying. Mostly, Image and Vertigo and stuff down at the bottom. DC here, Marvel. There's a little bit of stuff just kind of thrown in. So, starting off at the top, we got Age of Ultron. I should also say I haven't read a lot of this stuff yet. I guess I'll mention if I have read it. Otherwise, if I'm not going to say, hey, I haven't read this, I haven't read this, I haven't read this. If I don't say anything, just assume I haven't read it. Moving on, Astonishing X-Men. I got collections, the Ultimate Collection 1 and 2. I have read these. Absolutely amazing. One of my favorite X-Men stories. Really good stuff. Joss Whedon is cool, obviously. Everybody likes him. Got Avengers Assemble. Obviously don't know a whole lot about that one yet. Ultron Unbound. Well, I'm just going to have to pull these out if they come out all the way. Avengers vs. X-Men. Let's see. Captain America Living Legend. I have read that. That one's pretty cool. It's nothing special or whatever. Civil War. Read that one. Neat. Good stuff. I actually also have the color book. It's called Color Your Own Civil War. It's neat stuff. I like to draw and stuff, but coloring is also fun. Civil War, Captain America, Iron Man, The Road to Civil War. I've read that one. Really good stuff. Civil War X-Men. We got Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, Frank Miller. Got tons of his stuff in my collection, you'll see. Definitely a good one. Starting off with the Deadpool stuff here. Art of War was actually shit. Did not like that at all. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe was okay. It's super popular. I think once the Deadpool movie came out, people just kind of went crazy for him. I've got Deadpool Kills Deadpool, which is kind of mediocre. It introduces some funny pool, quote-unquote pool characters, Panda Pool and some other ones that are fun. Deadpool Killustrated, he kind of goes around and kills important literary figures and stuff. Again, it's kind of mediocre. I've read all three of those. Deadpool Classic is just kind of a volume of his older stuff. Includes New Mutants number 98, his first appearance, and some other stuff. Deadpool First is kind of similar, except for it's all his first appearance, or not first appearances, but just number ones that he's done. Any number one of particular volumes in anything he's been in. It's also got New Mutants number 98 in it. Let's see, Secret Invasion. That was pretty good. Not too bad. Death of Wolverine. I really liked that. That was cool. I think it's highly underrated. So we got the Infinity Gauntlet. I liked it. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it more than this next one, the Infinity War. I thought that the Infinity War was just kind of silly, honestly, but it was okay. I didn't think it was too great. Got Wolverine. Oops, sorry. Old Man Logan. Haven't read it. Wolverine Rot looks really good. I actually got to read that one still. Marvel 1872. That was pretty good. I liked it. Secret Wars 2099. X-Men Years of Future Past. Looks like Kitty Pryde there on the front. X-Men Days of Future Past. I've also got X-Men Schism. Looks pretty interesting, although I've heard it's not that great. Avengers World. I liked this. Cool. I really like the Marvel Now stuff. I don't know how most people feel about it, but I was a fan. I am a fan, rather. As you can see, I've got quite a bit. Not a whole lot, but I've got Captain Marvel Volume 1 through 3. I have not read those yet, and I really, really need to. Deadpool 1 through 4, Marvel Now. I've only read the first one, and it was funny, but I'm not super thrilled with him, or at least that one. I've got Elektra Volumes 1 and 2. I love the artwork in this book. It was incredible. Story is kind of mediocre. The artwork is amazing. Haven't read the second one yet. Guardians Team Up 1 and 2. Haven't read those. We got Rocket and Deadpool on the front there. Sorry, my light is kind of screwy. Let's see. Hawkeye 1 and 2. There's 1, 2. Excuse me. This next one, Moon Knight 1 and 2. The first one, I haven't read the second one. The first one is great. It's 6 individual stories. Moon Knight, I can't remember which volume it is, 3 or 4, number 1 through 6. All 6 stories are, individual, they're different, but they are out of this world, totally crazy. I really like Moon Knight. He's one of my favorite heroes. Miss Marvel 1 and 2. I've read the first one. I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was kind of funky, something new, fresh. The Punisher, not so great. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of mediocre as well. I liked this, the Superior Spider-Man. I want to get some more of the volumes of this one. Excuse me. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So, good lord, to get some water. Well, so now I'm to the DC. Starting off on DC. There's a lot more down here. Aquaman 52. I've got a lot of the new 52 stuff, as you'll see. I'm a really big fan of that as well. I really like the new relaunches, Marvel Now, New 52. They're just good stuff. Haven't read it. Another Aquaman, Waterbreaker. Have not read that yet. Got actually have 1 through 8 of Batman New 52, but I'm missing 6. So I don't exactly have 1 through 8. I've only read the first one so far, but it was quite enjoyable. I've heard good things about the rest of them. They all have really good reviews on, Goodreads and stuff like that. So I'm planning on going through those as soon as I can. There's volume 5. We got 7. And then 8 is actually down here. It's the only hardcover one that I have. I'll show you that in a bit. Those are going to be hard to get out. Batman, Birth of the Demon. I believe this one is about Ra's al Ghul. Again, haven't read that. This is a Kevin Smith Batman one. Cacophony, have not read that. Everybody's got this, at least. The Dark Knight Returns. And The Dark Knight Strikes Again. Some more Frank Miller. We've got Jim Starlin, A Death in the Family. Haven't read that one yet, but I'm really stoked to do so. Batman Haunted Night. There's a lot of Jeff Loeb. Well, a couple Jeff Loeb, sorry. This one looks really great. I actually haven't read it yet either. Heart of Hush. We've got Batman Hush. Batman Nightfall. This is just the first volume. Looks cool, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Also, I know that's the story where Bane gets his massive back breaking in. Dark Knight, Legends of the Dark Knight 1 and 2. I've got The Long Halloween. A lot of people got that one as well. Batman, The Man Who Laughs. Batman, Rest in Peace. And another Frank Miller, Batman Year One. I really enjoyed that one as well. It's a cool kind of origin story for Batman. Of course, everybody knows his origin, but it's good to get a little refresher every once in a while. Down here, this first one here is Batman Noir. It's actually just a black and white version of The Dark Knight Returns. It's okay. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just literally like they just took the color out of it. It's not like they made it like specifically look more noir style anyway. They just literally just made it black and white. Marvel 1602, Neil Gaiman. He's actually one of my favorite authors as well. I've read almost all of his books so far, except for that one. And I've also got his Sandman series. This is Overture, the deluxe edition. Looking forward to reading that one as well. Batman, The Killing Joke. Most people have got that. I've read that a bunch of times. Here is Volume 8. Oh, good lord. Sorry, this is kind of hard with one hand. Well, anyway, Volume 8, the hardcover. Next, we've got Batman Joker. A lot of people, or at least from what I've read, have mentioned that this one, I'm just going to pull this out, is where, they got the influence for the Joker, in the movies, which makes a lot of sense. If you read it, you can see a lot of that same graphical style, at least for the Joker. The Ghoul, let's see, I've got 1 through 4 of A Game of Thrones. Really good stuff. They're kind of pricey, but cool hardcovers. And then I've got Moon Knight. This one's called The Bottom, Volume 1, I believe. It's okay. I haven't finished reading it. It's pretty brutal from what I read so far, though. Dread, Urban Warfare. It was okay. I really liked the new Dread film, so that's why I bought this. It's not that great, but it was okay. Hellbound. This is really, really gory, really brutal story. I liked it. This is just 1 and 2 of the Astonishing X-Men, so it's basically just this right here. So those are kind of a, duplicate. X-Men, Angel, Revelations, got Secret Invasion, got Superior Carnage. I love Carnage. As you can tell, it's really similar to the Superior Spider-Man cover, which I can't remember what. It's a really iconic issue. So obviously, somebody in YouTube will know what I'm talking about, that this cover is based off of. I'm kind of new to, comic books and stuff. So, Deathstroke, pretty decent. Kind of silly. Final Crisis. I've got Flash 1 and 2, New 52. Then I've got Green Lantern, Rebirth. Sorry, I'm a little off there. Harley Quinn, Hot in the City. Identity Crisis. This is Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year 1, like the complete collection. I believe there's only 3 years, maybe 4 now. Anyway, I've got Justice League 1 through 6, the New 52. These are really good. I've read the first 3 so far, and was really stoked, really excited about that story. Justice League Dark, I was also really excited about this, but really let down when I read it. It was kind of a lame story. Let's see, Midnighter out. Cool story, super gay. He has a lot of sex. New Suicide Squad, and not great. Pretty bad, actually. Sinestro, New 52, Volume 1. Then I've got Suicide Squad, 1 through 5. I've read all of these. For the most part, really good. Let's see, Teen Titans, Volume 1, It's Our Right to Fight. I've got Superman Killed in Action. Superman Batman Volume 1. This is Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness. Pretty cool stuff. Death of Superman. I haven't read that yet, but obviously it's one of the more popular graphic novels. Why the Last Man. I love this. A lot of people are really big fans of this one as well. Good stuff. This is Death, like a deluxe edition. Again, by one of my favorite authors. American Vampire, Volume 1 and 2. Haven't read those yet, but I've kind of peeked through. Looks pretty good. This is Fables. Wolf Among Us is the first one here. Sorry, this light's kind of bad. Haven't read that. Also, I've got 1 through 4 Fables here. I need to start that series as well. I just buy a lot of stuff and then, kind of go back to it later. Hellboy, Seed of Destruction. This is really good. Good intro to Hellboy if you're not, really used to him or know anything about him. Got Preacher, book 1 through 4. You can see all those are here. And then Constantine Hellblazer going down. And then Constantine Hellblazer, like Volume 1 and 2, The Original Sins and The Devil You Know. Haven't read any of those yet, but I'm looking forward to them. I've got From Hell. This is a pretty cool edition. Got League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the Omnibus edition. V for Vendetta. These are kind of like, iconic graphic novels that most people will have in their collection, obviously. And then Watchmen, probably one of the most iconic graphic novels ever written, as you well know. Here I've got volumes 1 through 5 of Sandman. I'm really glad that I, got the same editions for all of these, because I see a lot of people's shelves and they have just a bunch of different versions of them, and I don't know, I'm just kind of weird about that stuff. Mad Max Fury Road. This was pretty good. It wasn't too spectacular, but it was cool. Here we've got Samurai Heaven and Earth. The special edition of The Crow, James O'Barr. I really enjoy that. The Crow was one of my favorite movies growing up. I was a weird little goth kid. What I'm reading actually right now is Locke Key. I just finished the first volume last night, which is this one here, Welcome to Lovecraft. Really cool stuff. Just really out there, but really good stuff. And I'm planning on starting number 2 tonight. Head Games, yeah, that's what it's called. It looks like fun. And here's the third one, Crown of Shadows. If you get a chance, check them out. So next we've got Chew, Volume 1 and 2. Next we've got Deadly Class, Volume 1. East of West, 1 and 2. Lazarus, 1 and 2. Got a lot of 1 and 2s. Low, 1 and 2 as well. I love the cover art for those. Paper Girls, Brian K. Vaughan. Obviously, some more Brian K. Vaughan saga, 1 through 5. Read all of those, as most people have. Sex Criminals, 1 and 2. Matt Fraction. I've got Skull Kickers and Southern Bastards. I really liked that. It was a little bit of a letdown, but I enjoyed it anyways. I gotta keep reading those. Angela, Spawn, fun stuff. Here's Spawn Resurrection. I love Spawn, but this was kind of a lame graphic novel, to be honest, or comic, whatever you want to call it. I've got Sin City 1 through 3, as you can see. I've only read the first one so far, but I was really happy with that. I like these editions too. They're small. And then One Punch Man 1 through 5. Read all of those as well. So that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say about it. If you've got any questions, just send me some messages. Let me know what you think of the video. Thanks.